Hi, I'm Scott Lackman, Principal and Licensee of our family-owned and operated business in Caboolture. I've been involved with the awareness and fight against domestic and family violence for close to 10 years now. Personally, I've been involved in awareness campaigns and have done some fundraising and events in my community to try to spread the message that domestic violence is not okay. And in recent times, supporting Australia's CEO Challenge for their Darkness to Daylight event, which is hosted each year. A great initiative to get people involved, get people talking and sharing the message that we can all do something.
And I'm Karen George, sister of Scott, so part of the family business. We're a real estate office in Caboolture. We've had the business for 26 years and our mum and dad and Scott and I are both involved in the business. I look after more human resource in our staff and the people involved in our office and the people that we come across in the community. I've been involved in CEO Challenge and the Darkness to Daylight personally by running and trying to keep fit enough to run the 10Ks each year. And every year we've had more of our staff involved. I'm involved in learning about domestic violence and how it can impact people within our workplace.
Yeah, I think it's very important as a local business owner that you have support networks within your business with HR, or knowing that if a staff member is experiencing or does know someone going through domestic and family violence, that they know they can reach out to us in a safe environment and a trusted environment, that maybe we can pass on some resources to assist them or their family and friends.
So as an employer, I've come to some courses with CEO Challenge to learn what as an employer the steps we should do in relation to referring and how to get the information to help our staff. Like Scott said, offering the safe environment I think was really important. I think we employ just over 20 females in our office and approximately 6 men. So it is important to know that every person needs different information. Sometimes they just need a card with a phone number. Sometimes they need me to just be there and listen. And sometimes we've had a staff member that's been in a position where they've actually needed us to help refer and give them the confidence to take the next step.
I think without doing those courses and learning about what we can do in a workplace to assist our colleagues and also our wider community, I think without going to those courses or reading those resources, it does help us respond and refer to anyone in our community.
It does. We have a very large rent roll, so we deal with approximately 1,000 houses in the Caboolture, Moreton Bay region. So we also want to know that if someone came to us and was in a situation where they needed help, we're not professionals in that field. So how can we help? How do we refer on to the right people, but still offer support? We still want to listen and hear. We may not be able to say we personally know the position you're in. I personally haven't been hit in that situation in my own home environment. That doesn't mean I can't have empathy for someone else who is going through that position and to listen without judgment.
Yeah, we are blessed. We've come from a loving, supporting family, but we know we can make a difference in our community by reaching out, by asking the simple question, are you okay? And if someone does need to reach out to us, we can certainly put them in contact with Australia CEO Challenge for any further direction. So for fellow businesses and business owners, if they have never been involved in domestic and family violence in that space or in that sector, if they've never been exposed to violence in any way, I'd suggest they reach out again to resources available, educate themselves as leaders of the business and in our community. Small business owners in our community do have a voice and they do influence and encourage other people, customers, clients that they interact with, not only their staff. And I think if the broader community knew more about the subject or knew more about where they can find these resources, we'd be in a better position to help the fight against domestic and family violence.
I agree. From a business point of view, we're not only in our business, but we're in other businesses every day as well. So when we're visiting other businesses, and just as general leaders, if someone said to us, have you ever had this problem with your staff member? I want to feel that I have the knowledge to say, I may not have experienced that, but I know where you could get some help. Reach out to Australia CEO Challenge and say to them, how do I, help me help someone else? Don't ignore it. Just make sure, as a community of people, I think we have an obligation never to ignore. Scott and I were talking about that in the car coming here. That
we have over 1,000 properties, and the analogy, if your next door neighbour's house was on fire, would you grab a hose and go and help put it out? Of course you would. If you heard of your next door neighbour experiencing violence, would you go next door and help out? I think you should. If you're experiencing domestic and family violence, I think you need to have the strength to say, I need help, and I hope that as time goes on, businesses, employers learn more about the subject, so that when you do reach out for help, hopefully your manager or your boss is there to help you as well.